Hey, Decathlon Gamer, welcome back to PCM22 Classics Puncher, episode 45. We continue on at the Tour de France with our bid for a points jersey that is a bit optimistic to go for, but we're doing okay in the competition so far. 6th place, 64 points, and this is the type of day where we could actually gain a little bit of ground, as I'm a decent puncher, but this is also not the heftiest of climbs. I've got a +2 on my hills rating today as well, with a good lead out. I might be able to score a top 5 where sprinters may not score hardly any points today at all, and that could put me a little bit higher up the points classification. We also have an intermediate sprint coming. The 4 breakaway riders have a huge advantage, so with 6k to go, I just have Lavelle here set and go. It looks like Koij is also coming up, as he's going to go for it. He's actually the current green jersey wearer, so it's not a terrible thing if I miss out here. 4k to go. Plenty of points still on offer from 5th down. Okay, 3k to go. Let's follow Lavelle and have, say, 93. Okay, we just got squeezed. There we go. There's some space. 1.5. Okay, Lavelle, start your sprint. 900, 600 meters. Okay, let's go for it. Lavelle can check up.
There are reports of several riders in difficulty.
Yeah, that's not great. That's not great, but I do think I got a few points there anyway. Still 6th place. It's a hard thing going against those pure sprinters. Even with a decent lead out, I'm not that fast. In comparison, of course. And let's see, where did we get? 6 points. Picked up 6 points for 10th place, which was 6th on the line on that intermediate. And that's my larger problem with having much of a chance at this one. So I'm not that strong of a puncher, so I don't think I'm going to be winning a stage today or anything along those lines. If I'm finishing 6th here and they finish, 10, 11, 12, or out of the points entirely, I'm still not gaining. 17k to go. We're going to start turning the screw just a little bit anyway as Lavelle comes forward. I've got a couple just sprint lead out train type guys in Lavelle, Groenewegen, that are going to start the party. We're going to put Koij behind us, see if we can help him get a few points as well. And if we can't win the green jersey, at least we can hope that he can contend for it. And now with 13k to go, Lavelle has gotten to the front, and we're going to push a little bit harder now, as we have not 1, not 2, but 3 short climbs here on the way to the finish line. See, this is doing just a little bit of pain and suffering in my legs and Koij's legs. The 3 guys in front of me not feeling it. They're starting to accelerate as we go over the top. This is where you increase your chances. Pushing through a place like this, you give yourself a pretty good advantage. Field's going to stretch out a little bit. And we see the peloton break off from a chase group, 49 riders going on ahead. Let Lavelle get to the back end. And we'll take a look at where the field is kind of blocking off the Groupama FDJ rider there. It's already climb number 2.
The finish line is getting close. The riders
Covering red bar, which is important here. Just the 48 riders. This would be the time where you attack with Groenewegen and get off the front, but we're not looking for the team victory. We're trying to get the individual here. And Groenewegen. Okay, 1.9k. Down to 45 riders. way too late for the gel, so let's just go with it. I'm going to get 2 teammates on the podium, it looks like. I'll take it, even though it's hurting my position a little bit there. Radalou takes a win ahead of Kelderman. Vlasov, Schelling. Oh, I'm going to just miss out big time. Only 9th. Quarter of a wheel away from about 4th or 5th. 5th. Godou kind of led that group. So, quarter of a wheel from 5th. Just 9th in the end. That is worth some points, though. That's what happens when you have guys that are 79 mountain, 79 punch, and you're 60-something mountain and 76 on the punch side. It's hard to turn that into anything. We do pick up 15 points on the day. Van Aert gets 25. Caleb Ewan gets 22. Those are the ones you got to watch out for. It looks like Ewan might have been in the break today. Godou gets 17. We get 15. Hoyge gets 11. And there's your other sprinters. So we do gain some ground on them. Yet somehow fall to 8th in the classification. Van Aert up to 2nd. Delay. Radalou is 4th. So we gain some ground on some, lose ground on others. We've opened up a little bit of a gap on those behind us. There was a pretty big gap in front, and we've closed that down. I mean, we are, less than 10 points out of 5th. But again, kind of headed the wrong direction right now. Stage 7, and we are aiming to get in the breakaway to get maximum points at the intermediate sprint to gain a little ground, as we have our first mountain stage with a gravel mountaintop finish. And it's been a difficult escape, but the most recent attack actually took the aggressiveness out of the peloton a bit, and we're actually gaining some ground now. We're out to 2 minutes, so it looks like we are going to succeed in getting away. Imhoff, Janssen. We got a chase group behind. 35k to go. Those 3 riders should join us rather soon, but we do have our 2-minute advantage, so we will get out. We will get away. It would have been nice if I would have had a teammate here, because I'm supposed to be a teammate today. We've got De La Cruz, Donovan, Bouchard with us as well. I do think we've got some quick men, so we are going to go flat out on this intermediate sprint, as it's all we have to race for on the stage today. Other than we could go for some KOM points if we want, but 3k to go. We just went over the only uphill portion of it, and 1.6. Follow Donovan. Can we move up the line a little bit? There we go. 1.2, 1.1. Let's go ahead and sprint from here. And it looks like we've got it. Yes, we do. Full points, and with 7 in the break, that's going to take away a lot of points from the rest of them. 7k to go here on this category 2. We're not really even on the climb proper yet, but we're definitely going up right now. For the time being, I'm just trying to falsely contribute so that they don't try to just suddenly break away. Stay close, stay a part of this. +1 race day condition is going to be helpful. Now inside 3k. And let's sprint it out. I'm a good sprinter, but it's only going to be 4th over the top. And that gives me 1 point. Now 2 in the KOM. Definitely not my strong area. You can see the field actually split up, and I'm finding myself in the front group. And we still have a relatively healthy 2-minute 40-second advantage over the peloton, with another little Cat 3 coming. Get back into contributing marginally anyway. 7k to go till the next one. Surrounded by guys that are much punchier than myself. most of them are here for, and they're thinking about the stage, where I was thinking about the intermediate sprint. The reason why I was able to take that so easily. The rest of the breakaway has been caught. Those two riders have been caught by the peloton now. 1K to go on this KOM. This attack's going to come a little bit later here. Okay, we need to sprint. Not just because that's what you need for points, as it looks like I actually just did pick up the points, didn't I? I did. I picked up full points there. I have 4 points now in the classification, and I'm up to third. Still all 5 together. It's still a 2-minute advantage. 4 riders broke away from the peloton as well here with 30K to go. But all of a sudden our gap's down to 56 seconds, so peloton chased that down pretty hard, pretty fast, which means they very much have another gear. 26K to go. It's going to be climbing most of the rest of the way, and that is not our strong suit. 67 mountain today is not going to cut it here on these last, well, this last hill plus the final climb. It flattens out a bit here for a while, which is good. I'll use my flat rating a bit more, help us conserve some energy. Looks like we may start the final climb just about with a little bit left, but we're down to 25 seconds over the peloton and have been caught. My task was to work today for the team. Did not do so. Obviously got into the break.
10 kilometers to the finish line.
But it's too close to the finish line for that to matter. Even if I did, I'd end up getting 4K, 5K max, which wouldn't count at the lowest level. So just getting to the end here. 8K.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Synthetics leading things out, presumably for Pogacar. Speaking of, can we follow? No, apparently we can't follow him. 5K to go.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Putting the foot down to keep up a bit. 4K.
Much too high for many riders.
Need that punchy. Follow 3K to go. We're going to go 95 from here towards the finish. 2.7. 2.2. 99. We'll sustain the yellow bar that we have over this last 2 kilometer, even at this pace. Vlasov has managed to escape off the front. 8 riders have. I'm in the third group, technically. Now second group on the road. And there is that gravel section at the top, last 100 kilometers. Pogacar takes the win. I was trying to follow him. We couldn't keep up. Johannesson, Carapaz, Godou, Yates, Ayuso, Quintana, Vingegaard, and Gregoire. It's going to be a few points for Gregoire, but I think we're looking at less points at the top this time. And that will cause me to drop out of my just outside of the top 10 position, which was what made getting into that break a bit difficult today. Future stages will not be a problem as much. I definitely didn't fall down much. Still 15th position, but 255 down now. I'm up to 5th in the points, sitting on 99, not that far behind the top finishers. And my 4 points in the KOM is only 7th place after that was the first big points tally right at the finish line. So Pogacar, who hadn't scored a single point, now sits with the KOM. 5th in the under 25s. We are 6th as a team. Well, stage 8 is punchy, and I figure there's more points available at the end, and competing at the end is usually better than competing for the intermediate. But here's the thing, I have a -3 race day condition, just not looking good today. I don't think we're going to last till that end, and therefore if we're not around at the end, I'm probably not going to collect, I'm not going to win the stage. Therefore, the drop-off is you're going to lose a lot of points. So then if you miss the break and miss the end, you get no points on the day and fall further behind. Or we just say, okay, we're not going to win the stage today, so never mind the stage. Get what intermediate points we can get while we're still in this thing. And you can see how these guys are kind of going, and it drops the riders. Can we get this guy to go with me? And we do. Okay, good. I do not have much energy. It took a lot to get the break today off the peloton. You know, the break's larger than it should be. Peloton eventually just said, that's enough. We're done fighting. They were thinking about the stage. So we eventually succeed, but that success has definitely come at a price. That's okay. The intermediate sprint is all that matters, and we're coming up on it soon. And the great news is today there's not going to be much competition for these points. So my 20 that I'm going to get here is going to be just about unchallenged. I'm going to gain a lot over the other competitors outside of those that are punchy, and we'll still be alive at the finish line here. Okay, 3K to go. 2.4. Not a fan of suddenly being the guy at the front, but we'll stay at the front. 1.3, 1.2, 1.1, and there we go, sprinting. Nobody seems to be challenging, and we've got it. Didn't get far ahead of them, but I got the full points. We'll see where that puts us. We're 5th. We'll have 20 additional points. That's 119 now. Apparently there's still a couple points left at the intermediate sprint point, and there it is. Into 2nd place behind my teammate. A 1-2 in the classification, just 6 points off Koish. Recovery not happening terribly well at this stage, so I may not be in this breakaway much longer. For now, we just try to hang on. I'm feeling we'll get dropped on that category 2, if not sooner. But I'm at least getting a partial breakaway objective today. There, a little recovery in. We'll get another descent here shortly. And get some more. Conrad goes down. It is raining. And that just about takes care of that recovery. We've got a near 2-minute gap. Kelderman now goes down as well, so multiple guys crashing on that descent. 6K to go. We need to contribute here. Oh, Kelderman withdraws. We just lost Wilco Kelderman. 2.5. We've dropped a couple riders here. 2.3. I don't have much to attack, so I think I'm just going to have to try to stay in this thing over the top. 1 kilometer to go. 700 meters. And he just ditched me and left me behind. I got no points. We might be able to get in for the Cap 4 if we're still up there, but I'm not sure we're going to be up there. We will try. Breakaway objective just reached 75% at least, and I am out of energy. That's going to be it. We're going to get caught by that group behind. So let's set up and be caught by them. Get some recovery in. Oh, they went back to the peloton, so that's going to be it. We will try to recover and see if we can't do something at the end of the stage. I just didn't think it was going to happen, especially after spending the day in the break. It is even less likely to happen now. But we do survive in the group over the top. Not much recovery on the descent though, not like expected. I may not even see the final climb. See, I'm going backwards. Position recovers, but again, very little in the tank. Try to get some protection, see if that can't help. That heart rate is not quite at recovery stage. Got a recovery there. And now Lavella's here. But not enough for that final climb. The final climb's gonna, at the pace, it's gonna drain me very quick. No more break. Break's been caught. gel very soon, very soon. Okay, now. It's going to hurt without Kelderman later on. Okay, I do have Lavelle to kind of lead me up the hill. What else do I have behind me? Shelling. And a lot of Sedal rider skating along the surface. Okay, let's try to get Shelling. Oh yeah, Shelling looks good. Let's get Shelling up behind me.
Your riders are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
Already dropping. 4.4k. You can see that big acceleration coming in. Just not matching it. Alright, my gel kicks in, 4k to go. And you can see Lavelle's pace of an 83. I can't even keep up with that. Yeah, we are way down the order here.
Only a few riders are capable
2k to
of
go.
following the very fast pace up front.
Looks like I'm going to end up dropping off the back here. Yep. Shelling, 1k to go. Go for it, bud. They should all be sprinting here. I don't know why they're not doing things on their own.
A really powerful sprint finish to claim a great victory.
Ayuso took the stage ahead of Pogacar. Go do.
The race is
Gregoire was 5th, so he's going to pick up some decent points.
It's a bit of a knock for the morale.
But otherwise, I will definitely have gained on those in the points classification by getting in that intermediate sprint today, even though obviously I could not contend at the end, finishing 107th on the stage. A little over a third of the way through this Tour de France. I'm second place in the points classification. Things are looking pretty good at the moment, and it looks like we're going to be spending a lot of breakaways trying to pick up those 20 points again. It's those sprint stages that are going to hurt, where that 50 points is what's available. But if we can get 20 stage after stage after stage, I think we've got a pretty decent chance at that jersey. From second place, things are looking pretty good. In the KOM, just the 4 points. I'm just not fast enough, not punchy enough, not a strong enough mountain rating to compete with the others that are out there. Pogacar now has 11 points. But I think we'll just get further and further behind there. In the under 25s, I am still 7th place, 5 minutes down. It's Ayuso who's on top of that classification. We're still 6th as a team. In the GC, I'm now gone from the top of the standings. 26th is where I'm at, so I've finally fallen far enough away that GC-wise, I'm not a threat. I've been able to get in those last couple of breaks despite still being in the teens in placings. So that's going to make it that much easier to get away right now. Godou being well placed in 4th place could hopefully keep him out of the points classification. Van Aert being in the top 10 should also hopefully help with that, as those are the two biggest threats, and possibly like Gregoire in the points classification, as you're seeing a lot of sprinters, and then just those 2-3 guys well placed. Godou is 12th, but he could pick up if he say he wins a stage, or Caleb Ewan. Caleb Ewan's a threat as somebody who is a bit punchy, but also a strong sprinter. Radalou is another one who has that. So you've got to watch out for Radalou, Van Aert, but they are well placed in the GC. So we're looking at a couple sprinters that, how many sprint stages are left? Let's find out. Okay, stage 9 is a great opportunity to pick up 20 points. Stage 10 is a great opportunity to pick up 20 points. And so is stage 11. So if we can get 60 points over those 3 stages, we could find ourselves in the lead of the green jersey competition and pretty well ahead. Stage 12, I could certainly try to get in the break. I don't know how well we would do to get over that first climb. If the break establishes very, very early, we might be able to hang in there and get over the top and get another 20 points, but 12 is going to be tough. 13 is definitely easy to get some points on, but it's also seen as a flat stage, so you got to watch out with 50 points available at the end. So we've got to try to get in the break, get some early points, and then sit up, come back to the peloton, and hopefully still be there. Not the easiest stage for a sprinter to still be around. Stage 14, very doable to get some points. It's a punchy stage. That climb's looking a little tough at the end. It's only 3K though. But by stage 14, unless I have my fitness peak, I would imagine we're going to be pretty tired by that point. Stage 15, that's flat. Okay. I think we would probably skip the intermediate that day and go for the finish line. 16, definitely a day to get 20 points. Same with 17, same with 18. 19 is a day to finish off the sprint. 20 the time trial, and 21 Champs-Élysées. We'll see where we're at that point, but we're looking at just a couple of sprint stages where that 50 points is on offer. So assume that the main points contenders sprinter wise are going to get no more than 150 points the rest of the way, and we've got a lot of intermediate sprint points available to us, and we're already sitting on about 120. And let's say we're neutral with those kind of contenders. That means we need to get 20-30 points in sprints, and then that means we need about 120 points in intermediate sprints. So that means we need 6 of them where we're taking full points. That would be my estimate on what it would take to come away with this thing. So 6 intermediate sprints the rest of the way. So we're looking at 1 on 18, 1 on 17, 16, 14 maybe, or we're competing at the end, if we're +5 race day condition kind of thing. Not 13, 12 maybe, but 11, 10, 9, all of those. So 8 opportunities, and we need probably 6 of those. So it looks like we do have a legitimate shot at the green jersey at this Tour de France. We'll see what we can do. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.